Stop buying conditioners that are destroying your hair, making it dry, thinner, causing hair breakage and split ends. 95% of you can't pronounce the ingredients on the bottles of your conditioner. Some of these ingredients are very harsh on the hair and can even affect the scalp. If your goal is healthy hair, then you're supposed to know what you feed your hair with. Conditioners are meant to nourish, moisturize, and keep your hair healthy. If you're lucky to see the ones that also ease the process of detangling, then that's even perfect. And that's what I'm about to show you in today's video. So let's normalize feeding our scalp and hair with non-toxic ingredients. So share this video, like this video, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's get the video started. Let's start by listing out the ingredients and their function. The first one here is shea butter, which is one of our base ingredients, very good for nourishing the hair. The second ingredient here is cocoa butter, which has a lighter consistency compared to shea butter. The next ingredient here is cetyl alcohol. Now what this does is to merge the oil phase and the water phase together alongside with the emulsifying wax. You can't make any water-based product without these two ingredients. Next is nitrosol. Nitrosol is needed to thicken up your product, and it also improves the texture of your product. Next is sodium benzoate. What this does is to preserve your product. If you don't use a preservative, your conditioner will go bad the next day. Next is glycerin, which is known as a humectant. You can either use glycerin or aloe vera, or go on and use the both of them. But since we're keeping everything simple and beginner friendly, let's stick with the glycerin. Next is essential oil, and over here I'm using tea tree and lavender essential oil. They will help to reduce dryness, especially when combined with humectants and oils, and they also help with the overall feeling of the hair. Next is water, which will help hydrate the hair and help ingredients penetrate better. Next is vitamin E oil. There are so many benefits that comes with vitamin E oil, but to summarize it, conditioners with vitamin E oil often leaves the hair feeling silkier, smoother, and more manageable. Next is carrier oil, and I'm using extra virgin olive oil and coconut oil. If you have lighter weight oils such as jojoba oil, almond oil, or argan oil, please add it. Okay, so that is it for all the ingredients you need in order to formulate a moisturizing leave-in conditioner as a beginner. Here are the list of tools you need in order to formulate your moisturizing leave-in conditioner. You need a measuring scale. If you can't get a measuring scale, get measuring spoons. Okay, either of them goes. This will help track the quantity of ingredients used in formulating your product. Next is mixing machine or whisking machine. When it comes to making conditioners, you can't do without mixing machine, especially when it comes to merging oil phase and water phase together. Next, you need a mixing bowl and a spatula. Next, you need frying pan or a pot. Anyone you can lay your hands on will work. Next, you need a cooker or a stove, and that is it for all the tools you need. Now let's start mixing. When formulating conditioners, there are two phases, oil phase and water phase. I'm starting with the oil phase, and the first ingredient is shea butter, so I added 1/4 cup of it into the bowl. Next is cocoa butter. I added 1 tablespoon of it into the bowl. Next is cetyl alcohol, and I added 1 tablespoon of it into the bowl. Next is emulsifying wax. I added 1 tablespoon of it into the bowl. Next is extra virgin olive oil. I added 2 tablespoons of it into the bowl. Next is coconut oil. I added 1/2 tablespoon of it into the bowl. Let's remember that coconut oil has a thicker consistency compared to extra virgin olive oil. Okay, that's why I added 1/2 tablespoon of it into the bowl. Next is glycerin. I added 1 tablespoon of it into the bowl. Now it is time to heat it up on a very low heat using our frying pan. So I poured water into the frying pan. As the water is heating up, the oil will be melting together. So it's either you keep stirring your mixture together as it is melting, or you just let it be without you even stirring it up. Everything is melting on its own. While it is melting, make sure you have boiled 1.5 cup of water and set it ready. Now you need to start pouring that hot water into your oil phase while it is still on the heat. You have to keep on stirring everything together while it's on the heat to make sure the two phases, that is the oil phase and the water phase, is properly mixed together. 1 minute later, bring down your pan or your pot, then get your whisking machine ready and begin begin to whisk immediately. Don't waste time. I repeat, do not waste time. You are supposed to mix everything together as it is hot, and don't allow it to get cold. If not, your conditioner will not come out properly. I had to transfer it into a bigger bowl because I want the whisking machine to sit on its own without me holding it all the time. Okay, you can see something like this. So you need to keep on mixing until the consistency gets thicker as it is cooling down. Okay, the moment you get your desired consistency, the next thing you need to put in there is the thickener. The thickener will also help to stabilize the consistency of your product, make the conditioner to come out properly, and make the product to be more slippery and help with the tangling process. So I'll be needing half tablespoon of the nitrosol, which is the thickener, and I also need 1 tablespoon of glycerin to mix it together so that there won't be any lumps while pouring it into the mixture. So right now I'm mixing the glycerin and the nitrosol together before pouring it to my conditioner. Just in case you haven't subscribed already, please join the family by clicking the subscribe button. Then you make sure to turn on post notification bell so that you'll be notified when we upload new videos like this. Okay, click the like button. It will help YouTube to promote the video to more people, and you can also share to your loved ones. So before pouring the thickener into the bowl, I need to start whisking so that as I'm pouring it, everything will be mixing up immediately. Okay, so you have to whisk for 30 to 40 seconds. Next is your essential oils. Okay, I'm adding in here 1 teaspoon of lavender essential oil and 1 teaspoon of tea tree essential oil. If you have rosemary essential oil, please add it in here. The next oil we need to add in here is the vitamin E oil, and I'm using 1 teaspoon of vitamin E oil. Next is fragrance, which is optional. This will give your product a unique smell. Next is sodium benzoate, known as preservative. Another type of powder preservative you can make use of is Jamal Plus. If you don't want your water-based product to go bad, even though it's a shampoo, you must add in preservative. There's another type of preservative also known as phenol X. These preservatives prevent contamination from fingers and water exposure. They keep products fresh for longer. Some of them even works well in creamy formulas. So I'm going to whisk this for an extra 1 minute, and that will be it for our conditioner. You can go on and package it into your applicator bottle or your cup container. So this is our end product, and I love the consistency. Not too watery, not too creamy. All hair types can use this moisturizing leave-in conditioner to keep their hair nourished, and it can be used as a detangling cream. So let me know in the comment section, have you learned something new today? And if at all you are confused at any point, please let me know in the comment section. I love this product, and as you can see, we didn't use any harsh chemical or harsh ingredient in formulating this hair care product. And like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this is beginner friendly. In case you want to tweak it a little bit, then you can add in your fresh aloe vera or flaxseed gel. You can also add in other ingredients that you feel that your hair needs. Okay, when formulating hair care products, you might not get it the first trial, but keep on trying and trying, okay, until you get it perfectly. And let me know in the comment section if you have problem while formulating yours. Okay, so that is it for the video. Please click the like button. It will help YouTube to promote the video to more people and also indicate that you enjoyed watching the video. Share to your loved ones. I'm pretty sure there are lots of people out there that want to learn too. And you can also subscribe so that you don't miss when we upload more valuable videos like this. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves.